Husband, you must take good care of yourself on this journey. While my husband was heading to the capital to seek fame and fortune, I quietly took all the valuables and even the junk at home and made a run for it. I didn't even spare the leftover braised intestines. And I even gave his only undergarment to the village butcher. This isn't right, haha. All of this was because of a dream I had. In the dream, the handsome man I rescued from the seaside turned out to be the hunted regent prince. Marrying me, a mere fisherwoman, was nothing but a temporary measure during his time of trouble. After returning to the capital, he would marry a noble lady, his white moonlight. Then he would send assassins to completely erase this dark history of his life with me. So, in order to survive, I put on a grand performance. I coaxed him into going to the capital for the imperial exams. Then I planned to vanish from the face of the earth, but I never imagined that we would meet again. Gold bracelet or silver bracelet? Which one does Jiao Jiao prefer? As your husband loves you so much. Naturally, I must give you the freedom to choose. Pick one to lock you down for the rest of your life. And we shall live out our days slowly together. Good heavens, I should never have saved him back then. These stray men are of such high quality. If I drag him home to be the father of my children, I'll be happy for the rest of my life. Will you repay the favor of saving your life with marriage? We've been married for a year. He chops wood, teaches, fishes, and even washes my feet. Aside from the occasional strategic deafness, whenever I hint at wanting a child, he is practically a model husband. If I hadn't had that dream, I would probably think this life could go on until the end of time. At first, I thought it might just be a dream. Until I took out Gu Tingzhou's original tattered clothes to mend them. From the lining of the fabric, I actually pulled out an imperial private seal. My scalp went numb instantly. It was exactly the same as in the dream. I used to think Gu Tingzhou was perfect except for being poor. He's handsome and capable. But now, looking at Gu Tingzhou, the more efficiently he kills a fish, the more I want to run away. When he regains his immense power and returns to his peak, will he really be willing to remember that he once killed fish in the mud, or that he washed the feet of a village girl? No, he won't. The moment he remembers everything will be the day I die. Jiao Jiao, what are you thinking about? Haha. Thinking about you. Thinking about your talent. Thinking that the way you kill fish is so handsome. It's as if you're killing a person. I must drive Gu Tingzhou away as soon as possible. One day, the opportunity arrived. Jiang Jiao Jiao, you little sparrow. You are hogging a true phoenix that hasn't awakened yet. Gu Tingzhou, did you see that hairpin? Is it pretty? Not as pretty as you. Bullshit, that's called a gold hairpin. If you really love me, stop killing fish here. Someone like you was born to go to the capital and become a top scholar, earning me a grand title of Lady of Rank. Can you kill a gold phoenix out of a shark? Big brother, you need to go back to the capital and be a regent. Only if you leave immediately will I have a chance to flee and save my life. So, this is what you want. I was selfish, thinking that staying by your side was enough. This medicine is potent. It's what wealthy families use to ensure they have no heirs. Lone wolf. He simply doesn't want your offspring at all. So Gu Tingzhou's so-called not the right time was because he felt I wasn't worthy. Makes sense. Who would want to leave a bloodline with a stain from their time of misfortune? Perfect. I was just worried I couldn't find a reason to kick him out. What is this? Gu Tingzhou, stop acting. Can't you smell the scent of that contraceptive medicine? You look down on me because I'm a village girl, afraid that a child will stop you from climbing the social ladder, right? Fine, since you're so ambitious, get lost and go to the capital for your fame. Jiao Jiao. I'm pathetic, but I also don't care for a man with more schemes than holes in a lotus root. I'm sorry. In that moment, the suppressed madness in his eyes made even me, someone who has killed fish, shudder uncontrollably. I don't need a lunatic. Get out. Take your ambition and get far away from here. If you don't become the top scholar and buy me that gold phoenix, don't ever come back to see me in this lifetime. To completely sever his feelings, and to ensure I have no regrets when I flee, I have to play the villain to the end. Fine. Jiang Jiao Jiao. You'd better remember what you said today. When I return, you will have everything you want. On the day Gu Tingzhou left, fearing he'd see my guilt, I cried as if the world were ending. It's a long journey ahead. You must take care of your health. If you succeed, you must bring back a grand title for me. I want the whole village to know that I, Jiang Jiao Jiao, did not choose the wrong man. My husband is the most talented man in the world. Jiao Jiao. I don't want to go. For a moment, my heart ached too. No, Jiao Jiao, stay awake. He is an eagle destined to fly among the clouds, while you are just a little sparrow afraid of being crushed. He doesn't want to leave now, only because he hasn't seen the prosperity of the capital. Once he regains the taste of power, I will be the only stain on his record. Nonsense. With your talent, you shouldn't stay here killing fish with me forever. Gu Tingzhou, you're not going for me. You're going for yourself. You must let the world see who you truly are. Stay safe. 1 year, at most 1 year. Tingzhou. Wait for me to return. Hurry up and set sail. If the boat doesn't leave now, I won't be able to squeeze out any more tears. The boat finally left the shore. And the sorrow on my face vanished instantly. What are you looking at? Haven't you ever seen a professional actor finish work? When I got home, I started purging everything. I gave all of Gu Tingzhou's clothes to the village butcher. I also burned all those manuscripts I couldn't understand. Sigh, what a waste of talent. But this is called physical erasure. If I'm going to run, I have to leave a clean trail. Gu Tingzhou, I don't care about your unattainable future. But you won't use my little life as a sacrifice for your rise to power. I took all my belongings and took a long, roundabout way to the most prosperous and chaotic region, Jiangnan, hiding in plain sight. I understand that principle. A year later, Wutong Town in Jiangnan. Boss, we're short by 3 taels for the tea bill this month. Just send 2 fewer jars of snacks, and it'll be fine. I changed my name to Su Miao Miao and opened a tea house here called No Return. Have you heard? A ruthless regent Lord Gu has emerged in the capital. This man is truly a lunatic. Within 6 months of returning, he seized all the properties of those corrupt officials. Oh? What about the young lady of the Lin family? Even worse. Miss Lin originally wanted a high dowry. But Lord Gu threw a bunch of assassins' confessions at her. He claimed the Lin family once sent people to assassinate his wife. Wife? He's talking about me. So the Lin family really did send assassins. But I've actually become his excuse for political purging. Not only that, I heard Lord Gu has been looking for someone for over a year. He went back to that remote fishing village, only to find the house so clean that not even a single strand of hair was left. The villagers said as soon as her husband left, that woman ran off with another man. Another man? Who started that rumor? I did it to start my own independent business, okay? Su Miao Miao. Jiao Jiao. In this past year, your skill at changing your name and identity has really improved. This tea house is quite well decorated. You're joking, sir. I'm just a widow, earning a hard-earned living. I really don't deserve your praise. A widow? Jiao Jiao, you cried at the dock and told me to leave, saying it was for my talent, to let me make a name for myself. I believed you. I worked desperately to climb higher, just so I could come back and get you sooner. But when I went back, what kind of surprise did you give me? You burned my books and gave away my clothes. Were you afraid I'd follow the scent and find you, disturbing your happy life with that other man? What other man? Those were all rumors. I wanted you to move on completely, so you could focus on your career. Gu Tingzhou, you are now all-powerful in the court. What kind of woman couldn't you have? Why do you have to keep clinging to me? Clinging? No. You aren't a stain on my past. You are the only person I care about in this world. Since my lady loves to run, from now on, I'll have to find another way to spoil you. Gold or silver? Which pair does Jiao Jiao like? Choose one to sit by the bedside, and I will spend the rest of my life with you. I should never have saved him. He's basically a top-tier wanted criminal, the kind that has put a bounty on my heart. From here to the cliff behind the mountain is 3 miles. The dog hole in the backyard offers a 50% chance of escape, but those steel towers of men outside the door are clearly not here for tea. Jiao Jiao, why aren't you talking? In the half-year after returning, I never stopped thinking about bringing you back. But when the elite troops I sent arrived at the village, all they brought back was a piece of clothing. They said you died in an accidental fire. The Lin family even thoughtfully prepared an urn of ash and moved your grave to the outskirts of the capital. The whole world thought you were dead. I almost believed it too, until I personally dismantled those ruins and dug through the scorched earth for 3 days and 3 nights. Jiang Jiao Jiao, you're a great actress. But you forgot one thing. You're someone who would rather lose your life than lose your money. The assassins from the Lin family said you died in your sleep. But I searched through the ashes and couldn't find your treasured 100 taels of silver from the bottom of your chest. Even the cured pork leg in the cellar was gone. Jiao Jiao, did you know you were going to die? And burned offerings for yourself in advance? Alright, I was careless. I thought he would only send someone to kill me. Naturally, I had to take all my belongings and run. Come back with me. The silks and satins you want. The makeup and rouge, I have them all now. The wealth and glory you desired, I have earned it all. What if I don't go back? Then I will buy this Wutong town and have everyone here buried with you. Don't you care most about your copper coins? How about I have them swallow their coins one by one? Look at what you're saying. I was just about to pack my bags and go with you. Can I take the remaining dried fruits on the counter? They were quite expensive. Don't even think about being more than 3 feet away from me in this lifetime. I was secretly taken back to the capital by Gu Tingzhou and locked in a private residence on the outskirts. On the 3rd day, Gu Tingzhou came to see me. He picked up his teacup, and a smile flickered on his face. Lord Gu, which construction site did you go to move bricks with those hands? Cheng, what happened to the scars on your master's wrists? 6 months ago, when my lord returned to the village, he refused to believe you had burned to death. In that pile of scalding scorched earth, he dug for 3 days and 3 nights. His fingernails were all torn off and his blood soaked the soil. He said if he couldn't find your bones, he wouldn't leave. That night, he lifted a burnt ceiling beam with his bare hands. And his wrist was cut to the bone by broken porcelain. But he didn't even blink. He just kept digging. My lord's hands were meant for writing history. But he acted like a madman in those ruins, sifting through every inch of those 3 thatched rooms with his own hands. Not until he was sure all the valuables were gone did he suddenly burst into laughter. He said, "Haha, she's not dead. This heartless woman ran off with the money. I've always been heartless." But in that moment, I really felt like a jerk. Jiang Jiao Jiao, are you planning your escape route again? Gu Tingzhou. When exactly did you regain your memory? When you picked me up from the beach. I didn't remember anything. I only knew you saved me and wanted me to marry you. When I said yes, it wasn't just to appease you. It was the only thing I was certain of at the time. And later? Later, my memories returned bit by bit. The reason I said not to rush having children was because my situation was unstable then. If you had my child, it wouldn't just be your burden. It would be my constant worry. Until the journey back to the capital, I had a dream. I dreamed of myself standing in the golden palace, hands stained with blood. When I woke up, I began to remember some names. Some faces. Once I entered the capital and saw the gates of the imperial city, everything came back to me. I wanted to wait until it was over. Until I had dealt with the Lin family before coming back for you. But you were quite something. You ran off without a second thought. Jiang Jiao Jiao. Can't you trust me just a little more? Was I moved after learning the truth? To be honest, a little. But it was mostly a survival crisis. For someone like Gu Tingzhou, his way of loving is too obsessive. He could dig through the ground for a dead person. So he could certainly build a golden cage for a living one. Since I can't run, I have to turn this into my home turf. Lord Gu, let's talk. Locking me in this private house is just a waste of food. It's not productive at all. I have my eye on a shop. In the most prosperous part of the capital, I plan to sell Zhang's milk tea. I've already written the documents. How about we split the profits 50-50? Jiang Jiao Jiao, are you still thinking about making money to run away? How could I? The Lin family is gone, so my biggest threat is removed. I feel like the air in the capital carries the sweet scent of gold. As long as Lord Gu is my backer, my business will definitely become big and strong. If you don't let me open the shop, I'll chant curses every day at home. You choose. I could see him weighing my sincerity. This obsession with money actually gave him a strange sense of control. After all, as long as he held the purse strings, I could never escape his grasp. 60-40. You get 60. But I have one condition. You say it. Every evening, I will pick you up from the shop to go home. And you are not allowed to say a single word to those young, handsome men. 40% of the profit. It's killing me. But in the busiest part of the capital, with the traffic, as long as I have money and a career, it's not yet decided who is the hunter and who is the prey. However, just as my milk tea shop was booming, an unwelcome guest appeared. Look at you. What right do you have to be alive? For your sake, Gu Tingzhou destroyed my entire clan. He doesn't love you at all. He's just using you to get revenge on me. Miss Lin, let me correct you. First, whether Gu Tingzhou loves me or not is his business. Second, you set that fire and you sent those assassins. This act of attempted murder and then playing the victim is really low class. Good strength. You flatter me. After all, I have experience killing fish. You don't need to kill fish anymore. Tonight, I'd like Boss Jiang to personally explain this 60-40 is ledger to me. Are you hiding any private money behind my back? From then on, my life in the capital flourished. But I've always been someone who plans ahead. Gu Tingzhou has countless enemies in court. As the person he holds dear, I would eventually be targeted. So this shop isn't just for making money. It's for building a network. On the second floor of my milk tea shop, I set up a VIP lady suite. I turned Mama Li, the Empress Dowager's favorite, the younger sister of Consort De, and even the concubine of the Imperial Guard commander, into my VIP members. Mama Li had a poor appetite, so I customized a Hawthorn Shinpi milk green tea for her. Commander's concubine wanted fairer skin, so I gave her a 6-month supply of a special pearl powder blend. In fact, even the first-hand gossip from the palace would travel alongside the milk teacups quietly into my ears. Gu Tingzhou is the boss in the light, but I am the intelligence chief in the shadows. There were riots at the border, and to raise funds for the military, Gu Tingzhou cut all the subsidies of those old bastards in court. The Empress Dowager couldn't sit still. She felt Gu Tingzhou had changed. And the root cause was this peasant woman who had bewitched him. Jiang Jiao Jiao, you certainly are capable. With just a few cups of sweet water, you've managed to bribe Mama Li by my side. So thoroughly. For your sake, Lord Gu even destroyed his marriage with the Lin family. And wiped out their entire clan. How much longer do you think you can live? Empress Dowager. If you bestow this wine upon me, I will naturally have to drink it. But if I drink it, I'm afraid 3 major events will occur in the Great Qi dynasty. You dare to threaten me? I wouldn't dare. I am just doing the math. Nearly 30% of my annual profit has already been handed over to Lord Gu to directly fund winter coats for the soldiers in the north. If I die, this money will stop. If the soldiers freeze, and a mutiny breaks out, I cannot guarantee that Lord Gu will be able to suppress their anger. Furthermore, Empress Dowager, you think keeping me alive is Lord Gu's weakness. But have you considered this? Killing me means you lose the only bargaining chip you have over him. You must have heard about him digging through the ruins for 3 days and 3 nights. The only reason he behaves like a human in the capital is because I am still alive. He wants me to live a peaceful life. If I am gone, the last bit of humanity in his heart will be extinguished. The person standing before you then won't be the regent of Great Qi, but a demon who could turn the capital upside down at any moment. Are you really prepared to go up against a madman? You truly have an exquisitely sharp mind. No wonder Lord Gu is so infatuated with you. Empress Dowager, my life is in Jiang Jiaojiao's hands alone. If she lives, Great Qi prospers. If she dies, I don't know how much longer these city walls of the capital will remain standing. Lord Gu, you've certainly found a good wife. She has already balanced the accounts for you. Forget it. My Sinang palace cannot accommodate 2 such giants. Get out. Jiang Jiaojiao, you are truly bold. You actually dared to talk business with the Empress Dowager. Nonsense. If I don't talk business, am I supposed to talk about my feelings? What a pity. I even prepared a speech on how to give the Empress Dowager a 20% stake. I had it all planned out. Too bad she didn't give me the chance to say it. That's 20% of the profits. It's breaking my heart. Jiao Jiao, let me handle things like this in the future. No way, Gu Tingzhou. You be your regent. And I'll be my milk tea queen. One of us is at the pinnacle of power, and the other is the source of wealth. Only when I am strong enough will the storms of the capital be unable to touch me. This feeling of fighting side by side is much better than being a pet cat in your backyard. 1 year later, Jiangjin Milk Tea became a top taxpayer of Great Qi, and branches opened even beyond the borders. Gu Tingzhou requested a decree from the emperor, appointing me as the head of the Great Qi Merchant Association. From then on, I'm officially part of the establishment. Gu Tingzhou, more ginger, less green onion. Don't break the gallbladder this time. It tasted bitter for days last time. It's been 3 months. From being captured in Jiangnan and brought back to the capital after all the twists and turns, there's now a little abacus in my belly. My darling, this fish was just killed. The smell is strong, stay back. Don't let it nauseate you. I won't. I want to watch you kill it. Watching you kill fish makes it all feel so real. It feels like we're still back in that coastal village. Boss Jiang, let's discuss something. When this little one is born, should we redistribute the shares? His share will be deducted from yours. In your dreams, I'm the one doing the hard work of carrying him. Deduct it from your 40% dividend. My 60% cannot be touched at all. Alright, anything you say. After running for my life for so long, this time, it seems I've finally reached the finish line.